Well, now each and every single body, man. Listen, I'm your host, Lambo Drew, and you are now tuned into another edition of the Leverage Show. We are definitely gonna get it cracking tonight. You guys are definitely gonna be excited about my guy Joshua Samuel, who we're getting ready to bring to the broadcast in the next few. But before we bring to the broadcast, definitely want to go ahead, man, and tap in and see who's in, and definitely make sure you guys are sharing this video, sharing the video, get this information out. This probably will be one of the most life-changing videos that you guys will see and broadcast, that literally the information that Joshua Samuel is going to bring to the broadcast is going to really be amazing. Make sure you guys are getting this out. I told y'all we were going to be on fire all December long. Some of y'all thought that we were going in December and taking a break. I guess you guys must have got the message confused at one of the last days in November. So super excited that you guys stayed tapped in, and every single show we've been actually giving away wonderful cash prizes and some great money out here for those and everything, man, who are definitely out here in the Christmas spirit. But today, you definitely want to go ahead and tap in, because this will definitely be a monumental Leverage Show moment. For those who are out there and you guys have kids in school and know people who may be in school and who are educators out here, you want to be tapped into this broadcast and sharing this broadcast, because this will definitely help change the lives of many to come. Shout out to each and every single one of you guys for Tuesday night. My guy Jim Stones did his thing. Super. Definitely was so proud of him, man, for definitely coming on here and rocking with the Leverage Show. And definitely we didn't go ahead, man, and drift off. We picked right back up with Joshua Samuel coming to the broadcast. So y'all definitely want to be excited about this challenge for Coins for College, because it's really getting ready to go ahead and help change the game for the information that he brings to you guys for the broadcast. So listen, let's see who's in the comments, see who's on here, and let's go ahead and get them cracking. My guy, Kennard Haney, I see you in the building. What's up, Lambo Drew? Ready for another amazing show. What's up, Leverage Show family? Hello, LA Law. Shout out to you, Kennard Haney. My guy, Ken Haney, was in the building. Yesterday, we were actually doing a Zoom. It was 50-something degrees yesterday. I walked out. It was 50 degrees yesterday, literally walking out. And it's sun shining here in Denver, Colorado. I got my sleeves rolled back and everything, man. Just walking out of this establishment after me, Kennard, and one of these other Leon ladies did a wonderful Zoom. So shout out to Susan of one of the first black polo clubs, which is down there in Florida, and also owns one of the first black caviar owners in the ball game. So shout out to you, Susan Smallwood. Excited to be going on ahead, man, and moving forward with you in the future. Definitely, she will be here on the Leverage Show, so you guys be tapped in for that. 51 degrees within 4 hours of me walking out of that establishment, and it was going on 4 o'clock my time, 6 o'clock his time. Within 4 hours of that time, we went from 50-something degrees all the way down to negative 15 degrees, a 65-degree swing within literally 4 hours, 4, 5, 6 hours. The craziest thing you have ever seen. Right now in Denver, we're cold and it's snowed outside and everything else. People had the top downs yesterday, and now people are all bundled up and are inside in front of fireplaces today. So shout out and everything, man, to you guys, whatever region that you guys are in. Make sure you guys are keeping safe and staying warm, because there's a big cold front coming through and sweeping through this entire region. All right? So shout out to Kennard Haney on that. He say, hello, Mrs. Johnson. Giving love to my wonderful wife. LA Law is in the building, showing love right back. Hi, Kennard. Good to see you. Thank you. Man, they always coming on. The top 3 now has been Kennard, LA Law, and now Larry is rounding out the top 3. Shout out to you, Mr. Larry the Lion. I see you in the building. What's up, Lambo family? Thank you, Larry the Lion. Always shouting out and good to see you. My guy who has definitely put all this together, Mr. Jay Ford, is in the building. Ford Financial Planning. I really want to thank you, Jay Ford, for definitely introducing me to Mr. Joshua Samuel and actually getting a chance to hear firsthand what was going on and what his plans have been of actually helping move a culture forward. You guys are going to be excited tonight, and it's because of great men like Jay Ford and that Pink Group and Croc and all the rest of them that have literally been helping change lives and bringing some of the hottest people with them. So listen, y'all make sure y'all stay tapped into Jay Ford. Please go like, subscribe, and follow, man, Jay Ford on YouTube as well as jump into that pin group, because you guys don't know what that pin group is doing to help change lives. So thank you, Jay Ford and everything, man, for the assist on this one, man. We definitely going to rock out with Joshua Samuel tonight. All right, Jay Ford say, let's go. I know he's ready. He's ecstatic, ready to go. Shout out to your money. You in the building. I see you. Thank you, money, each and every single week. Sharon is in the building. Shout out to you. Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Ronnie, for showing love each and every single week. Ronnie has been like some back-to-back champions, but she went cold on the last trivia. So make sure you guys are sharing this for somebody who literally wants to earn a little cash for a giveaway that we're doing each and every single show and helping bless and change families' lives. Told you there's no little show than the Leverage Show on a Thursday night. Hi, Fro. How you doing, man? Hill, you got this. You already know. Listen, my guy, Jay Ford. Dude, thank you for the super chat. All love to you, my brother, and my brother Joshua. He's already showing love and blessing the Leverage Show family and sowing into where you want to go. I told you there's two types of sowing. Sow where you want to go and sow to stay in the flow. So shout out to you, Jay Ford, man, for that, man. That's super chat. And you guys blessing this show. You guys make this show and have made it what it is. From a year ago of 4 subscribers to now being over 10,000 subscribers a year later, you guys have been the one to make this show lit and share the show, man. So thank y'all. Listen, I don't want to go on ahead and parade around this any further. I really want to go on ahead and introduce my guest to the show. Joshua Samuel has been really doing some amazing things. And I've been super excited for what he's been doing in the space that he's been doing it in. Y'all must understand something, that there's been a lot of people who come along and they talk some great things, but they never really follow through. It's so amazing to see and hearing a wonderful conversation that I had from a meeting with Josh on this last show, and allowing Josh to be able to see himself move in a way that I've never seen him move before. To hear how innovative he's been in this thing from years to come and years past has been truly none short of amazing and truly a blessing. So I'm esteemed to be able to make sure we welcome to the show the man himself, Mr. Joshua Samuel and Coins for College. Shout out to you, Josh. How are you today, sir?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me. Can you guys hear me? Am I loud and clear?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear, Josh. Awesome, you're good to go.
Awesome. Great. Again, thanks for having me on the show. A lot to talk about tonight. A whole lot to talk about tonight. And let's just jump right into it, if that's all right with you.
Man, look, let's jump right into it, man. Definitely, let's make it happen. Whatever we got to do. Shout out to my wifey. I see you in the building. Hello, Leverage Show family. We definitely got to give a shout out to the queen, because you already know she wants to definitely give you a big hello, man. Welcome, Joshua. We can hear you, she says.
All right. Thank you so much, Renata. I appreciate that. Okay, so I think it's appropriate to give a little backdrop, to give a little of where this really all started from. And before I even go there, I want to do a quick little housekeeping. Yeah. This is not financial advice. Do your own research. But what I'm going to share with you today, everyone that's listening, will change your life forever. I guarantee it. There's 2 different fronts that I want to talk on. I want to talk to you as a person that would utilize our platform and the benefits that it will bring to you. But I also want to talk to you in keeping with the show itself on how to change your life financially. And I want to say something special to Christians. I know I'm a Christian myself, and I know a lot of Christians are tuning into this show. Before it goes mainstream, before what I share with you goes mainstream, I know that there are a lot of Christians, probably predominantly Christians, that are watching this. So I want to take a minute to address you, Christians, specifically. You say stuff like, the wealth of the sinner is stored up for the righteous. You talk about the great wealth transfer that's coming. You believe that God is going to bless you financially. My question to you is this: how are you putting yourself in position to receive? Cryptocurrency right now may be in a bear market. but that is the absolute best time to be a part of something. You see, because when everything is moving real fast and people are making hundreds, thousands, millions, billions of dollars, that's a good time to get in. But at that point, you're already following everyone else. You're following everyone else. This is the fourth, I believe the fourth or the fifth cycle that cryptocurrency is going through. And each time it entered into a bear market, the naysayers said it's over. It's over. It was a scam, that it's not going to go anywhere. I knew I should have never followed it to begin with. And then the bull market came right around. Well, news flash, ebb and flow, up and down, bear and bull has been around forever. It's the way of life. Winter season, spring, summer season. That's life. And it's during the winter season that you prepare for a prosperous spring, a prosperous summer. So don't wait. Get in and get in now. And I believe, I don't just believe, I know that this next bull market will be the largest bull market, not just in cryptocurrency, but in financial markets in the history of the world. This next season, this next bull market will be the biggest ever. It's the tsunami of all tsunamis, and you need a surfboard. I'm going to introduce you to a surfboard tonight. Whether or not you use the surfboard that I introduced tonight, or find some other surfboard, but you need to have a surfboard, because the underlying principles of cryptocurrency is so much bigger than all the tokens that you have seen that was hyped up and collapsed. The underlying, the fundamentals under cryptocurrency is so sound. It has absolutely forever changed the financial markets. Forever. There is no going back. There is no going back. It is here, and it is here to stay. I'm talking about blockchain technology. In fact, I want to give you all. Can I give them a little homework, Drew?
Yeah,
I want to give them a little homework. I want
to
give you a little homework. I want you to Google. You can do it now. You can do it after the show. I want you to Google the U.S. Treasury introduces digital dollar. It's coming mid next year. And when that happens, everything changes. Everything changes. China, the largest nation in the world, tried to stop cryptocurrency. They couldn't. And I give it to them. They're smart, because you know what they did? Starting about 5 years ago, they started designing their own digital yuan. And it's out. And America realized, oh, wait a minute. If you can't beat them, join them. And they're coming. The United States has, for decades, many, many years, been the number one superpower when it comes to finances. 65% of the world's reserve is in the US dollar. And they say if it's not broke, don't fix it. It's broken. It's broken, and they're going to fix it. They're going to fix it. And that's why I say all of these different things coinciding, this next bull run will be the largest bull. When you hear about the Great Reset, you've been hearing about this so much, the Great Reset, the Great Reset. I'm telling you, it has to do with the financial markets and what blockchain technology has introduced to the world. So that was my little starter point before we get into everything. And I just want to, so I said I'm going to give you the backdrop of how all of this started. I first learned about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, in 2015, January of 2015. I had a company called Professional Address. Professional Address was a platform. Think of LinkedIn for teenagers. It was a way where teenagers can present themselves professionally online, hence the name Professional Address, for colleges and future employers. it was to serve as an alternative to Snapchat and Facebook and Instagram and all of the other platforms that students, teenagers were showing themselves not as a professional that was going to ultimately hurt their future chances of getting into the college of their choice or a job of their choice. So we created Professional Address to basically help present themselves professionally, show what they're doing in school, show what they're doing on a positive note. And then I heard about Bitcoin and what a Bitcoin address was. And I told my company, my board of directors, I said, we need to pivot. I said, Professional Address needs to also be a place that students can earn and hold digital currency to help pay for college. And told them more about this Bitcoin thing. It was new back in those days. Everybody was afraid of Bitcoin. Everybody thought that Bitcoin was used for illicit behavior. You had the dark net. You had all those crazy things happening. Then you had Mt. Gox that happened, which was the FTX of those days.
Yep.
It was trading at $250 Bitcoin. When I told my board of directors we need to pivot, they said, you've lost your mind, and they voted me out of my own company. Kid you not, they voted me out of my own company, and I felt like God said, don't worry, all of this is going to work out for your good. So from that time, January 2015, I've been pivoting towards cryptocurrency, learning everything I can about it, about blockchain technology, and where Professional Address and Coins for College, the company that I own now, where they collide, the story started much earlier, much earlier. I grew up in foster care. And I entered in foster care when I was about 7, 8 years old. And growing up in foster care, you have until you are 18 years of age before you age out. And when you age out, you get no more support from the government at all. At the age of 12, I moved into a boys' home, and I watched year after year my friends age out of the system. And you hit 18 in the group home, they will literally, on your birthday, pack all of your stuff in a big black bag and drive you down to the local shelter, which was usually full. So in essence, you were homeless.
Yeah.
And it terrified me. I was so afraid of becoming homeless because those friends that left the group home at 18 years of age, they ended up in 2 places: jail, because they needed, 3 meals and a warm bed, or they ended up dead.
Yeah.
Over and over again, I watched that happen. And I was determined to go to college, because if you hit 18 and you're in college, you get to stay for 3 more years till you're 21.
Wow.
So that was my meal ticket. So from the age of 12, I knew I had to go to college. I had intrinsic value for education because I did not want to become homeless. So I started asking the group home counselors, how do I go to college? Most of them never went to college themselves, right? Working in a boys' home, group home, minimum wage, they were not able to help me. So I started asking the school counselors, my teachers, and I got the same message every single time. Don't worry about that now. You have time. So, for me, I didn't have time, right? I don't want to become homeless, right? I need to know what I need to be doing to make sure I get to college. So common sense said, have good grades. And praise God, I grades wise, I was okay. Class clown, but grades, I was good. So I reached high school, Truman High School in the Bronx. Shout out to any Trumanites watching this show. And Truman had something like 2,700 students in the high school, about over 1,000 students in the freshman class. One guidance counselor all these students, and guidance counselors, they got their favorites. It was
Yeah.
always the same group of kids hanging out in the guidance counselor's office. It's almost like you got to make your way through them to get to this guidance counselor, and then you got to make an appointment.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many students, that appointment might not be for months out. And I mean, from day one, how do I get to college? Don't worry, you have time. Come back in your junior year. Okay, junior year hits, still having trouble getting through to my guidance counselor. I mean, they would hold these different college fairs, quick, not very informative in my opinion. And I finally found this lady. Her name was Cinnamon Brown. I would never forget her. She worked for a nonprofit agency across town. So once a week on Tuesday, I would jump on the bus after school and I would go see Cinnamon Brown. And she helped me fill out the FAFSA form, which you need in order to get financial aid. And for me, that application, it was like rocket science. There's no way I would have been able to fill that form out without her help. I remember I had no parents, no cheerleaders, and the guidance counselors, it seemed like it was impossible to get more than 20 minutes at a time every couple of months with them. So I thank God for Cinnamon Brown. She helped me fill that application out. But here was the problem, and this is what led me to want to start Coins for College, Professional Address, and then Coins for College. I told Cinnamon Brown, I want to go to Columbia University. She didn't laugh at me, but she might as well had. Ultimately, what she told me was, if you wanted to go to a school like Columbia University, a Ivy League school, she said that you need to prepare for that from like middle school. I mean, that's something you had to be thinking about from 3rd, 4th grade, because you need to be on a trajectory to land in the school. You needed to be taking algebra classes in 7th grade, so that by the time you hit high school, because you need to be taking calculus before you leave high school, pre-calculus, if you want to get into, and she told me all these different things. And I'm thinking to myself, ain't that something? Since 12 years old, I've been telling people, show me the way, show me the way. And everyone said, you have time, you have time. Worry about that later. Turns out I should have been worrying about it. Not just at 12 years of age, but earlier than that. So the Coins for College platform systemizes the process that it takes to make it to not just college, but the college of your choice. If you take the SAT and you score 1,600 points, those 1,600 points will get you into any college of your choice, just about. Full ride scholarship. The problem with the SAT is it's one assessment, the most popular assessment in the world, that you take at the very end of your K through 12 journey. And those with the means can hire a tutor in their 10th or 11th grade, and they can take that SAT as many times as they want. Not me. I took it one time. I scored pretty good, but that thing costed money. And I took it one time and had no practice, and I ran out of time. I ran out of time before the SAT was over. And some of that stuff on the SAT, I never heard of it. I was a smart kid. I was a really smart kid. But some of those things I never even heard of. The school district that I was in, the demographics just simply did not allow for us to get to the end of the math book. Too much classroom behavioral issues and everything else. Teacher never got to the last 2 chapters in the math book. The Coins for College platform rewards students with the equivalent of those 1,600 points spread out throughout their K through 12 journey. And we call them scholarship points. The way scholarship points work is Students are rewarded for 4 activities on the Coins for College platform. Number 1, attendance. You have to show up. If you don't show up, you can't learn. Chronic absenteeism is one of the number 1 problems facing school districts across the nation, especially post-COVID. And school districts, especially in California, I know certain states different, but in California, their bottom line, their budget is based on average daily attendance. So there's a push from schools themselves to get students in school, and rightfully so. Every day a student shows up to school, they earn scholarship points. If they have a streak, 3 days or more, they're earning scholarship points at a higher rate. Number 2, enrichment. Again, since COVID, a lot of learning has been lost. On our platform, we have a rich library of educational content that students are able to consume. And as they watch a video, engage in a study guide, a lesson, they are earning scholarship points. Number 3, assessments. And assessments represent 70% of these scholarship points that a student are able to earn, because assessments reveals knowledge gaps. Unlike the SAT, which is the assessment of all assessments to gauge what you know, by that point it's too late. It's much too late. We give grade level assessments. And as students discover those knowledge gaps, and parents and teachers discover those knowledge gaps, students are then able to go back to our vast library of educational resources and engage with the resources that is necessary to help fill those knowledge gaps. Number 4, and the final, is sort of a catch-all, and that's events. Events may include extracurricular activities. It may include community service. It may include taking a tour of a college. As students engage in the different various events, writing an essay even, they are earning scholarship points. These 4 areas, when done consistently, puts students on the trajectory to go to the college of their choice. If you want to go to Harvard, you don't wait until 11th grade to say, I want to go to Harvard. You have to be of a certain caliber academically, socially, from very young. And we reward you with scholarship points. Those scholarship points then become data points or a barometer that Harvard and any other college can look at and see the analytics behind those scholarship points and make a much more informed, fair decision on whether or not they want to give admission to that student and what sort of financial package they're going to give that student. This is a game changer. Coins for College will level the playing field. In the state of California, where I'm from, the state colleges have already done away with the SATs. And when I say done with, put an asterisk mark there. They say that you can still submit your SAT scores, and I'm sure many admission officers still use the SAT as a metric. Because if not the SAT, how else do you judge a student? And of course, they have the application. Application can be taken by anybody, right? An essay can be written by anyone. So without that SAT, it's college admission officers are having a tough time filling their classes. Coins for College is the solution. Coins for College is the solution. It's the fair solution that considers the entire K through 12 journey of a student. It has so many more data points than just one assessment at the end of your career. So colleges will absolutely love Coins for College and what we're doing for them. Parents will love Coins for College because for the first time since the onset of the internet, students, their children, are able to earn scholarships from kindergarten. And I know I'm talking a lot, Drew. I'm gonna give you a chance to ask me some questions.
No. You go.
All right.
Yes, you go. Here, spotlight. Go ahead.
I said I gave you guys some homework. I wanted you to look up the U.S. Treasury and the digital dollar. I got some more homework for you. You're a single mom, and you have. Did I just? Okay, I didn't just drop off. Okay. I saw the screen change. I didn't know if you disappeared on me. So you're a single mom. You have 4 young kids, and you want them to go to. You want them to go to college, right? And money is tight. You barely have enough to cover all your bills now. You want them to earn scholarships. And if you were to do a Google search for scholarships, what you will discover is that the top 10 results that would come up from scholarships, number 1 would be scholarships.com. Go figure. If you are under 14 years of age, they will not let you go to the next page. Even if you are the parent of that 13, 12-year-old child, you cannot proceed past the first page. And that rings true for all the major scholarship platforms. So now, of course, you got like local churches that gives a $500 scholarship, but the big scholarships, what you will find is that if you're under 14 years of age, do your own research, you'll see this, that they don't even let you go past the first page. The reason for this is something called COPPA, Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. In the early days of the internet, there were a bunch of predators that went around and they were going after children. We're talking social media platforms, we're talking everybody, everywhere. And this federal statute was passed that said that you, as an internet, as a company online, cannot solicit, 1, or sell, 2, the private data of youth under 14 years of age, or 13 and under. And it was blanket across all industries, including scholarship.com and all of the other scholarship platforms. But there was a caveat. There was an exception. The exception says this, and this is so crucial. All of you cryptocurrency people that understand cryptocurrency, you're about to get really excited because you're going to quickly understand where I'm going with this, and you're going to understand the power of Coins for College and how it's going to absolutely revolutionize the whole cryptocurrency world. The caveat says this: unless the parent gives permission. Now, that doesn't sound like a whole lot, but the caveat, unless a parent gives permission, is not some person on the other side of the screen who claims to be their parent clicking a box that says, yes, I give you permission to solicit my youth, my under 13-year-old child, and sell their data to a third party. No, the caveat says that you have to prove that you are an adult on the other side of that screen. And basically, you got to prove who you are. Sounds familiar? If you want to buy or sell cryptocurrency, you go through an exchange, you have to go through a KYC, know your customer procedure. Everyone who bought cryptocurrency, you know what I'm talking about. You gotta get your driver's license. You have to get a proof of address. Sometimes you gotta take a picture with your ID. You gotta prove who you are before they will onboard you. Sometimes onboarding, I know for Binance, it took me 5 days before I was able to finally buy and sell on Binance. Coinbase, similar. Didn't take me as long, but I had to go through that whole KYC procedure of proving who I was. Now, because of this, the customer acquisition cost for cryptocurrency exchanges is extremely high. We're talking in the hundreds of dollars is what they spend per customer acquisition, hundreds of dollars. And they do it. Why? Because it's the future. And the barrier that's keeping the masses from coming into the world of cryptocurrency, I believe, is that whole KYC procedure, how difficult it is. I mean, we go to a website, they ask us for our email, we're like, never mind, I'm out of here. How much more so when you have to give up all of that information? 10, 15 years ago, when scholarships.com first came out and all those other scholarship platforms, you remember those days. People did not want to give up any kind of information online. Social security number? No way. Credit card? No way. Nowadays, it is what it is, right? So look what Coins for College is doing. If your child is under 13 years of age, right? They start kindergarten at 6, and they go the next 12 years before they can, not 12 years, actually 8 years, the next 8 years before they can start applying and receiving scholarships, because scholarships.com decided they don't want to go through the laborious process of making a parent go through a KYC procedure. It's too late. It's too late to wait until you're 13 and 14 years of age to start earning scholarships, because there's stuff you needed to be doing since kindergarten so that you can get those scholarships. And that's what Coins for College is going to change. You're going to be able to earn scholarships starting from 6 years of age, but the parent has to go through the KYC procedure. And in doing that, they will be able to earn, their children will be able to start earning from 6 years of age to ultimately pay for college. When colleges see students' scholarship points, when they see the scholarship points, it's all the data they need to be able to give them scholarships. And for the first time, colleges themselves will be able to see these different data points because parents gave permission. Parents want to protect their children from bad people on the internet, social media, and all the crazy stuff that's happening. Colleges are not the bad people. They're not the bad guys, right? Colleges, we want our children to go to college. And Coins for College have paved the way for that to happen, because we don't call it KYC, know your customer, but that's the procedure. And in doing that, we are at the same time introducing an entire generation to cryptocurrency for the first time. People that did not feel a need to know about cryptocurrency, know about blockchain technology. Now, because it is paying for their children's future college, they will learn about it. And I'm not going to do it. I was going to talk about FTX. Let me do it. I brought it up. Let me just go in there really quick. And Drew, please jump in anytime. I could talk. As you can see, I can talk, and I have a lot to say, but at any time, jump in. And I know people got some questions, and you represent those questions, so feel free to jump in. But people are talking about FTX, and FTX, I believe, is, I've heard this whole old saying says there's no such thing as bad publicity. Bad news travel 10 times faster than good news. And FTX has everybody talking about cryptocurrency. FTX has everyone doing their research. And as people do their research, people will realize that, okay, FTX, Sam Bankman Fried, that was a bad actor. That was a bad actor, but he does not represent all that blockchain has and all that it offers the world. So, again, this next bull market that is coming, people will be ready. They've done their research and they're going to be ready. So I want you to jump in, Drew. I want you to jump in. I know I talked a lot, and there's a lot more that I want to talk about, but I
Man,
want to get some.
what are you talking about, Josh Salmon? I have to let you know this. For those who really don't know, I love a person who is passionate about something. And it, especially when it comes down to changing culture and the lives of kids and the next generational leaders coming up, I'm super astounded by that. So listen, we don't mind. Like, I literally got messages, emails like, yo, Drew, we love the shot. Let Josh talk. Let him do his thing. So,
Okay.
dude, and I'm going to come back. Don't worry about it, Josh. You just keep doing what you do. Because
Okay.
for those who know, he's definitely gifted. Go ahead, Josh.
Let's talk about tuition coins, because I know on this show, this show attracts a lot of people who just show me the money. Show me the money. How can I make money? It sounds good. How can I make money? You know, when you think about crypto projects, there has been so many people who were burned by crypto projects promising them the world. And to everyone out there that's listening to this, my heart goes out to you. You first adopters, you brave people that took a chance. You did your research as best as you could, and you've watched what happened with Bitcoin. How it started at 0.09 cents and went all the way up to $70,000 at one point. No investment vehicle in the history of the world has done what Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies has done in such a short period of time. You talk about the transfer of wealth. This is the biggest transfer of wealth that this world has ever seen. And you wanted to get in, early, and you got taken advantage of. You know, you lost money. You lost a lot of money. When I first learned about cryptocurrency back in early January of 2015, like I said, Bitcoin was trading at $250. And there came this big hype, right? All these tokens coming out, putting a ton of money in marketing and with their white papers, promising the world. And most of them had little to no utility. On paper, they had utility. In the white paper, they described utility, but there was no actual utility. There was no platform that people could actually go and use. And they just pumped stuff up. And other people bought in, and then more people bought in, and more people bought in, and more people bought in. And the people who got in early made a ton of money. The people who got in when everyone else heard about it, finally, the people who got in early was cashing out, and they lost their money. And those kind of antics has really hurt a beautiful thing, blockchain technology, and by extension, cryptocurrency. So I had it in my heart from the very beginning, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. And the professional address platform that pivoted into Coins for College, the focus was utility, utility, utility. And we partnered with another organization called Crystal Chain that actually created Tuition Coins, who had the same vision that we had, which was to simply help young people make it to college, overcome the financial and academic barriers that keeps young people, especially people of a certain demographic, from making it into top colleges. The focus was utility. I knew that we were going to partner with the name Coins for College. It wasn't referring to a specific, and it still does not it does not speak of a specific coin. It's just any coins. It was a platform where anyone can use cryptocurrency to help support a child on his way to college. But we knew that there would eventually be a partnership with a company, with an organization, a project that would help students and reward people in a way. So let me go right into Tuition Coin and how that plays into the Coins for College platform. But the point that I'm trying to make, and let me just establish it right now, is that Coins for College is a separate, independent platform from Tuition Coin. So if you go to crystalchain.org, you will hear about the vision behind Tuition Coin as a social good token. Coinsforcollege.org, I invite you to go there as well, is the platform that utilizes the token Tuition Coin. And the way it works is, we talked about a vast library of educational resources that teachers, that students are able to engage in to get them ready and prepared for college at grade level, each grade. That content, those educational resources, is the heart of the ed tech industry. The ed tech industry is a $600 billion industry, and it's booming. It's especially since COVID. The ed tech community, and ed tech, for those of you that don't know, is just education meets technology. And at the heart of the ed tech industry are two things. One, assessments. Assessments consist of questions, question bank. And those questions range from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade, and they cover every single subject. The companies that offer or put together these assessments are multi-billion-dollar companies, and they sell these assessments to school districts. Every single school district utilize these question banks, these assessments. It's big business. Number two is the actual content, right? The material, whether it be lessons or slideshows or videos. That's the content that these big companies, ed tech companies, sell to school districts so students can engage and learn and grow. The educators are the biggest, or should I say, the best creators of this content, whether it's assessments or the educational resources. Educators are the greatest creators of this content. There's no one better to create educational content than educators. So many teachers retire and go into the ed tech field, or it's their side hustle. It's what they do on the side to earn extra money, is they create these assessments and educational content for these large multi-billion-dollar companies. What Coins for College is doing, and here's the game changer, is we are employing those educators. And as educators create assessments, create educational content on our platform, they are paid in Tuition Coins. That content that teachers are creating is valuable assets that has a real world value in the marketplace. So it's not them receiving tuition coins as welfare of sorts. No, they're earning it. So in the world of Bitcoin, you have miners. They verify transactions, and for doing so, they receive Bitcoin. That same Bitcoin then goes into the marketplace, and people, speculators, purchase Bitcoin, which causes the price to go up. And the miners who verify transactions to receive that Bitcoin, well, now their holdings, they're the ones that's holding Bitcoin. The value of the Bitcoin that they're holding is increasing in value. So it's speculators that causes the price to go up, but it's miners that introduce Bitcoin to the marketplace. In the world of coins for college and tuition coin, educators are doing the mining, if you will, by adding educational resources to the Coin for College platform, and they're getting compensated in tuition coin. Now, I mentioned Bitcoin. This is a good opportunity time to compare Bitcoin to tuition coins. In the world of Bitcoin, and this can be said for just about any other cryptocurrency, you have one type of person that is driving the cost of that token. Speculators, people who want to make money. Drew, you had a gentleman, a guest on your show a few weeks ago. I believe his name was Blockchain Brown.
That's correct.
And Blockchain Brown, you remember Blockchain Brown? So
Yeah,
there was one time you asked him a question,
Mhm.
and it got really good. And you said, man, keep going, because Blockchain Brown brought up this issue. He said, if I sold you an NFT at $100,
Mhm.
and I'm making up numbers here. He said, and then the value went up to 1,000. He said, are you happy?
Yep.
He said, yeah. Okay, but now in order for that person to be happy, it needs to go to $2,000, right? And now that person's happy. And what happens then? And it needs to go to 4,000 now. And then he said, well, what happens when it gets to the end? Someone's going to be unhappy.
Yeah.
Because if it goes back down to, let's say, 0, now he's the bad guy.
Mhm.
And see, that's the scenario for just about every single cryptocurrency, including Bitcoin. People want to see, if I came in at 16,000, I want to see it go to 100,000.
Yeah.
That person who came in at 100,000 want to see it go to 200,000, which I believe it's going to do. Speculator. That's what drives speculators, drives the market. That's not the case with tuition coins.
Mm.
You see, in the world of tuition coins, it's mothers and fathers and grandparents and uncles and aunts that are buying tuition coins as a gift to give to that 6-year-old Johnny that just started his K through 12 journey. And they want to put a little something in it towards his college. In certain demographics, they use something called a 529 plan.
Okay.
And that's, you putting money away in the stock market to ultimately, that's going to increase in value. So you put a certain amount of money, it's tax free, and it's supposed to grow in value. Now, of course, stock market goes up and down. People lose money, but over the long haul, if you invest in stocks when Johnny is 6 years old, he's in kindergarten, you put a 529 plan in place, you don't touch it.
Yeah.
You leave it alone. And 12 years later, when he's ready to go to high school, we might have been through 3-4 bull bear markets, right? But ultimately, what started out as $1,000 when he was in kindergarten is now worth a lot more to help pay for his college education. Outside of a 529 plan, when it comes to education, what do you have? I mean, your children's birthday, right? It's a birthday, and they get toys, they get some video games, they may get some clothes, they get some gift cards. But what's the first question everyone asks your child on their birthday? How's your grades?
Mhm.
How's your grades? And what do you want to be when you grow up? Well, it takes a good college education, and it takes good grades to get into a good college, and it takes money or scholarships to pay for that college degree to get into that college. Tuition coins will serve as a vehicle where anyone, cousins, aunts, parents, grandparents, can give as small amount, 50 cents, towards someone's future college education. Here's a few tuition coins. So it's not just speculators. The second group of people, and before I go to the next group of people that purchase tuition coins, one of the things I love about the Cardano platform is they modeled Bitcoin in the sense that in the Bitcoin community, you have this saying, right? This culture even, and it's called HODL, HODL, right? Or diamond hands. And the philosophy is if you hold your Bitcoin and other people want to purchase Bitcoin, but you are holding your Bitcoin, it's going to make the price increase.
Yeah.
And they did that well. And it's because of that mindset, among other things, that Bitcoin became the phenom that it is. Going from 0.09 cents to $70,000, even 16,000, where it is right now. It's way down from its high, but it's way up from 0.09. I mean, you're talking billions. So many undocumented billionaires are out there. They don't want to be discovered. They have wallets all over the place that equals up to billions of dollars from Bitcoin. So this whole mindset is prevalent in the Bitcoin community. Cardano did something similar with their whole staking, right? So I think something like over 70% of people, investors in the Cardano community, ADA, they have the token ADA, they stake their ADA, right? So they're holding in essence, right? Tuition Coin by default has that holding nature built into it, because people are purchasing tuition coins not just for themselves. There will always be speculators. Speculators look for a good project. They say this makes sense and they jump in. But they're only one segment. You have this whole other class of individuals that simply want to see their loved ones have money to pay for college. They want to put it in a vehicle that is designed to grow with time. The person who puts $10 in tuition coins for little Johnny at 6 years of age is not touching it until Johnny gets closer to ready for college. So that's the second group of people. The third group of people are philanthropists. The number one cause that people give to, charity-wise, the number one cause is education. Because we all know that education is the future. We all know that's something we all agree on.
Yeah.
If you want to change a society, it starts with education. We invest more and we give more to education than anything else. More than hospitals, more than humanitarian efforts, it's education. You teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. Education, education, education. Tuition Coin is the digital scholarship of the future. When you give a scholarship to a nonprofit organization, when you give money for scholarships, that money, so you give $1 million to a nonprofit agency for the purpose of scholarships, it has to first go through the overhead, and overhead includes that executive director's BMW It could include all the staff. It includes trips. And what's left of that $1 million is what goes to a $500 scholarship here and a $1,000 scholarship there. There's no transparency. Blockchain technology, one of the greatest benefits of blockchain technology is transparency. It's on a blockchain. You can see it. And so when Crystal Chain created Tuition Coins, it was with that purpose. Crystal stands for crystal clear, right? You can see that $1 million that you gave for scholarships, 1 million of the 1 million went towards scholarships. Tuition Coins is a game changer. It's a game. Now, here's the thing. Blockchain Brown talked about you give 1,000, you want to see it go to 2,000, right? When a philanthropist gives Tuition Coins, you know what he want to see? He want to see a tax write-off. He wants to see, ultimately what he wants to see is a student make it to college. He want to see that $1 million he gave is being used in a good and right way. And he's not looking to turn his $1,000 into $2,000. Totally different types of investments, totally different types of money flowing into this ecosystem, unlike any other crypto project this world has seen. So I get excited. Like I said, I get excited. Drew, I want to give you, ask me some questions, man, because I'll just keep going. We are already over an hour. I hope I'm not boring you guys out there with this.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, I gotta laugh, because they do got, we do got questions, but man, I got so many questions because I've watched other great things from you in the past. And then to hear about it, let's go to a few in the comments. Tracy Hughes, shout out to you, Tracy. A different ROI, a different return. So it is a different ROI. It's more based to the backs of students. But Kennard had a couple of good questions. Can companies allow their employees to contribute a portion of their pay to Tuition Coins?
So we're going to be partnering with nonprofits. One particularly, that's still in the works, so I don't want to spoil it yet. But yes, ultimately the answer will be yes. We're not there yet, but some of you may be familiar with the Giving Block. I encourage you to check it out if you're not familiar with it. But what I'm saying is not new. I'm not reinventing the wheel. Mm-hmm. It is a thriving segment of society already where people they give for different reasons, right? Jeff Bezos' ex-wife, Mackenzie, she is just on a tear. She's been giving billions and billions of dollars away, mostly to education. To education. So it is a well-established industry already of giving to education. We're just tapping into it. So things will be lined up where Tuition Coins will be used mightily in the world of philanthropy and allowing students to receive scholarships to pay for college costs.
Awesome. And Kennard Haney also said, have you ever read The Underground History of American Education by John Telagato?
No, but I feel like I need to now. I need to check that out. Okay.
It's always great information and stuff like that, man, that they give on here. Kennard Haney had another question. Joshua, what are your thoughts on Shiba Inu?
Great question. I like that you mentioned Shiba Inu because Shiba Inu is a token, as we all know. It's a meme, right? There's zero utility. It's just you get in early and you sell before other people sell. And we know what Shiba Inu has done. And there's still many that believe that Shiba Inu is going to do great things. And I happen to be one of them. I think they're going to introduce some utility. But let's talk about how Shiba Inu became Shiba Inu to the point where we are talking about it this day. The creators of Shiba Inu built this token, and then they gave 50% of the token to Vitalik Buterin, the creator of Ethereum, one of the co-founders of Ethereum. Just gave him 50%. Now, he could have said no thank you, because people give him tokens all the time. He could have said no thank you, no thank you. Instead, what he did was, it was right during the time of COVID, and people in India were dying left and right from COVID. And what he did was he burned 90% of the tokens, which instantly made the price of Shiba Inu increase, right? Supply and demand. Less supply with demand, greater prices. So he burned 90% of what he received, and he gave the other 10% away to COVID relief in India. And at the time, it was worth billions of dollars when he did what he did. That sent Shiba Inu, it was already on its way to the moon, but that secured its first class ticket straight to the moon. You had a celebrity that received a token and he gave it away. Tuition Coin will be, I already see it. I see celebrities. I see Steph Curry. I see now I mentioned Steph Curry specifically, and there's many other celebrities that got caught up in the whole FTT scandal.
Yeah.
And they put their hard-earned money, Tom Brady put his hard-earned money in that token. And the utility of FTT was that when you use the exchange, the FTX exchange, you get discounts, right? If you pay for your transaction fees with FTT, that was the utility of it, right? That was their way of saying, this is not a security, this is a utility token. First of all, weak. That's weak. That's a very weak utility. You know, Shiba Inu has no utility. It's like we're not faking this. We're not. Look, there's no utility, right? It's just a token that people can buy, and if you want to buy it, right? We're not claiming that it has some special utility. FTT, that utility was weak, and as FTX raised in price and popularity, well, so did FTT. And they leveraged it out so much that the utility was not able to ultimately support the token. Well, let's look at tuition coins. The utility behind the Coins for College platform is solid. It's so solid that it can work completely independent of Tuition Coin, and indeed is independent of Tuition Coin. So it carries its own weight, the Coins for College platform. And there's not a industry like the ed tech industry when it comes to paying your transaction fees. Does that make sense? I mean, the ed tech industry is it's an industry that touches all of our students' lives, all of our children's lives. It touches every single school district. I mean, it touches school districts around the whole world. This industry called ed tech, and that is the industry that Tuition Coins is ultimately disrupting.
Okay.
And Coins for College is simply facilitating that. It's facilitating that. So so Shiba Inu, to answer your question, Kennard, Tuition Coin is similar to Shiba Inu in that it will be given away. It's something that will be given away to benefit others. In fact, I like to say that everyone who buys Tuition Coin, whether it's for speculative reasons, whether it's for helping children, loved ones, or whatever the case may be, everyone who purchases Tuition Coins is a philanthropist by default. A philanthropist is someone who gives of themselves, gives their means financially, mostly, for the benefit of others. Educators are the ones that are creating the educational content that students are consuming to help get them to college. And in doing so, they're receiving Tuition Coins. So you, as a speculator that purchases Tuition Coins, you're helping two people. You're helping the educators, right? And they're underpaid as it is. If everyone could give a nickel to help teachers around the world, just a nickel. If everyone gave a nickel, right? Teachers would be the highest paid professionals in the world. And they should be, right? But there's no system set up where everybody donates a nickel per year to subsidize educators' salary. If it was, sign me up. I'll give 2 nickels, right?
Right.
Tuition Coins is that system that allows the entire world. You want to help teachers? Go buy some Tuition Coin. Go buy some Tuition Coin. Go buy some Tuition Coin.
Yeah.
And you are. I like to say that Tuition Coins is profitable and altruistic at the same time. Because when you buy Tuition Coins, it's not just for you. By default, you're helping others. So I know it was a long answer.
No.
I love that.
I love the more detailed answers, only because shout out to who also is watching and everything. My guy Black Chain Brown is in the building. Sends me a message, man. Shout out to some great people who are very fascinated about what you're doing. And exactly how is everything working. And a lot of people who didn't know about FTX and the FTT and exactly what happened and how they actually manipulated that whole system with the Alameda Research Project and all of that. I won't even get started into that. But I'm so glad you broke that down, because there were so many people that did, they got earned on the backside of that deal. And, when they didn't see liquidity come out of it and, pretty much got exposed for what they were. Boom. That literally had a lot of people second guessing crypto and everything else, anything that had to do with this. When you bring up something like Coins for College, more people now are like, okay, I'll take a second look now at what Joshua Samuel is talking about, because now he's not talking about me parking my money into just this facade, of this thing that may collapse like FTX. It literally has structure that's moving from left to right and a movement that's parked behind it. I love it because, a lot of people, everything that what you said, they want to know, well, how can I get tapped in and what can I do and stuff like that? I think I just seen Kadar Haynes say, yeah, this is a miracle. How do I get in? Everybody wants to know, they're hearing all of this great stuff, but they're like, how do I get in? Talk to us.
Now, listen up and listen very clearly, please, because I'm gonna bring this video up. Today is the 22nd of December, 2022. I'm gonna bring this video up as a reminder of when I told you. Okay. Everyone that is watching this, whether you're watching it live or you're watching it on the replay, I'm gonna bring this up the same way they bring up Bitcoin, like I think it's May 22nd. I think it is. It's Pizza Day,
Yeah.
where they talk about the guy who sold, he gave 10,000 Bitcoins for 2 pizzas. Every year they on May 22nd, they bring it up and they talk about what those 2 pizzas actually cost him. And this, what I'm about to tell you next, how to get in, I'm going to bring this up because right now, the only way to buy tuition coins is on SundaySwap. SundaySwap is a decentralized exchange. It's part of the Cardano universe, and it's difficult. It's not easy. It's difficult. Right now, today, it's difficult to purchase tuition coins. It's difficult to purchase tuition coins. It is. For the diehards, the people who've been in crypto for a while, this is nothing. You know how to create a wallet, connect it to a decentralized exchange, and swap. You know how to do that. For everyone else that is watching this video and they've never done that before, I'm telling you, it's difficult.
Yes.
It's as difficult as digging gold out of a gold mine, right? That's why it's so valuable. Because the day will come, not too far from now, where tuition coins will be listed on a centralized exchange, and it's going to be easy with a credit card, a debit card, a bank account. People will be able to purchase tuition coins the same way they purchase Bitcoin, ETH, any other currency. But if you wait till then, when it's easy, you know where I'm going with this. You know where I'm going with this. Now, those people who are in the world of Cardano and already have ADA, because in order to buy tuition coins now, you have to first have ADA, and you swap your ADA for tuition coins or TUIT. That's the token, TUIT. That is that's easy for them. SundaySwap is their local supermarket, right? They go and they purchase different tokens inside of the Cardano universe. And Drew, I'm gonna have to come back because we're gonna have to. I want to talk about Cardano and the whole Cardano community. And if you dare me, I'll get into it on this show. But right now, you have to have ADA first. You swap it for TUIT at the low price of whatever it's trading at right now. I'm not even sure myself. And I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there. I was holding out.
Look, Brandon Brown, blockchain, say, man, I love this idea. It sounds amazing, honestly, bro.
Yeah,
so you already know.
So I when I first learned about blockchain technology and cryptocurrency, I had my sights on starting a crypto exchange, a cryptocurrency exchange from day one. And it's not easy. It's not easy starting an exchange. It's very difficult.
Okay.
And so I was saving it. So you guys are gonna hear it first. You're gonna hear it first on the Lambo Drew show, the Leverage show with Lambo Drew. So this has been in the works for a while. We haven't announced it yet, but I started my own exchange. I knew that tuition coins had to have a place where people could purchase it, could purchase it easily. It needed to be on an exchange. So I've been working with the people over at Crystal Chain, the creators of Tuition Coin, and we're gonna have. I wouldn't call it an exclusive because you can purchase tuition coins right now on SundaySwap, but as I mentioned, that's difficult. So, but I am the the founder of not only Coins for College, but also of an exchange called Intuition Exchange. Intuition Exchange has a US version that is backed by Prime Trust. And those of you that are in the crypto space, you know who Prime Trust is. They're the same company behind Binance US.
Yeah.
So the US version of Intuition Exchange will not list tuition coins right away. And that has a lot to do with the Cardano universe, which we're going to get into, if not on this show, on another future show. But the international version of Intuition Exchange will be listing tuition coins. And that's maybe about 3 months out. So there's a small window. There's a small window where the only place that you can get it is on Sunday Swap. But that's going to change. That's going to change. And Intuition Exchange. So I want you guys to do. So here's some more homework. I want you to go look up Prime Trust. Check out Prime Trust and see who it is that we've partnered with. We've been working with Prime Trust for about 8 or 9 months now, and so we're in the last leg of the US version of Intuition Exchange coming on board, and we will be able to buy. You will be able to buy and sell cryptocurrency legally, because that's the big deal. Legally, in 49 of the 50 states through our licensing through Prime Trust. So that's really exciting. Be on the lookout for it, Intuition Exchange.
Well, shout out to you. Well, as you see, Blockchain Brown is in here. He couldn't wait to go on ahead and show you some love and talk to you a little bit, man. So I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and talk, fellas. Blockchain, definitely welcome to the show, man. It's always good. Love to see what Joshua Samuel's doing. I love to see what y'all both have been revolutionary, man, and really leading a movement, man, together, man. So I'll let y'all go ahead and get down.
Hey, Blockchain.
Hey, how's it going, man?
I'm good. Good. I watched that show you did with Lambo Drew. Great show. Show.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, he was telling me about this, and it's very rare that you run across like concepts that have utility and concepts that actually serve a purpose and have a need and something in the marketplace that really could be revolutionary. This kind of reminds me of how like college athletes, they wouldn't let them get paid for so long. And then all of a sudden now they're like, yeah, you can get paid. So I could definitely see a lot of angles for one, how this can reform education and, really change, help the educational system keep up with, like the times. And yeah, man, so I thought I'd jump on here and just show some love and support. Anytime I see some brothers doing some things in the blockchain space, if I can come on and give some words of encouragement and just validate an idea. Sometimes all you need is somebody to validate the idea. And I know that's how it was with me. So yeah, man, I'm kind of all ears.
Awesome. Thank you. And I really appreciate that. And just, you being in this industry, I think you can appreciate what I want to show the audience next. And that is when you talk about utility, you talk about projects. So there's lots of cryptocurrency projects out there. Hey, Drew, is it okay if I share my screen really quick?
Yeah, you're good to go.
Okay. I want to show you guys something. This is, and those of you who are already in the crypto space, you'll know right away. Let's go here. You'll understand what this is right away. So we're looking at CoinMarketCap, and CoinMarketCap lists all of the top crypto projects. And as you scroll through these different projects, of course, Bitcoin is king, it's number one. Currently, the market cap is $323 billion. That number was at its high was over $1 trillion. But as you scroll down, I mean, you're still in the billions all the way down to number, all right, so up to 37, it's still $1 billion projects, right? Now, I want to do something. You guys remember the days of the internet, right? So all of you guys that are old enough, you remember turning on the night news, and every single night back in the 90s, the late 90s, you heard about all these internet companies that was breaking records, right? And they were doing some amazing things before the bubble hit in 2000. And at first, people said, why do I need this thing called the internet, right? You had AOL with the disk. You used to insert those disks in your computer and, the whole dial-up thing. You remember all of that. And we said stuff like, I got a newspaper. Why would I go read news online? And, I got a VCR and I got a TV. Why would I watch videos on my computer? And lo and behold, here we are on the internet, right? And we can't do without the internet. Let a teenager go without Wi-Fi, right? They go crazy. But in those early days, the early adopters, the people who became millionaires overnight, it looked just like this. And what I mean by this is, check this out. This is amazing. And I want you guys, again, do your own research. Go to coinmarketcap.com, and I want you to do exactly what I'm doing right now. Watch this. This is going to amaze you. This is going to amaze you. This is exactly what happened with the internet in the 90s. Look at the companies that are in the top, let's say 35, right? And I want you to notice something. Each and every single one of them are cryptocurrency projects, or just the cryptocurrency, like the meme coins, like Dogecoin, for example, number 8. None of these projects, none of them, right? So number 1, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, USD, so far. And I want you to, as we go through project to project, I want you to ask yourself one question. Does the average person need this? Does it affect their everyday life? Does it affect their everyday life? If these companies stop existing tomorrow, will it affect the average person? Okay. Binance, no. XRP, no. Dogecoin, no. Cardano, no. Polygon, no. DAI, no. Polkadot, no. Tron, no. Litecoin, no. Shiba Inu, no. Solana, no. Uniswap, no. Avalanche, no. And take it a little further. To take it a little further, let's if you click on to one of these projects, you can go to their website. You can go to their website, click on the website, and let's go there, right? So let's go there and let's see what this is all about. Welcome to Multiverse. The Avalanche Foundation launches an incentive program focused on accelerating the adoption and growth of its novel subnets, the premier scaling solution for Web3 dApps, right? Decentralized apps, right? So what does this have to do? I like how they threw multiverse in there. Like, okay, they threw that in there to, attract people, because people are talking about the multiverse. But again, how does this affect the average person? Do they need this? Do they need this? All right, let's go back to CoinMarketCap. And let's just continue to go through this. So Ton Coin, I have no idea what this is, but let's just go look on and see what it is, right? So let's go to ton.org. And welcome to the Open Network. Ton is a fully decentralized layer 1 blockchain designed by Telegram to onboard billions of users. Okay, do the average person need this? What does this have to do with everyday life right now? It really doesn't. The point that I'm making now, all of these companies are billion dollar companies right now, right? And this is the bear market. This is the lowest of the lowest bear market. And you look at all these companies, right? What these companies are doing, they are building the infrastructure. They're building the infrastructure that other companies will build that will allow them to reach the masses. This is the infrastructure. And that's exactly what was happening in the late 90s. You had all of these companies that were building the infrastructure of this new thing called the internet. And it's because of that infrastructure that we were able to get Amazon.com and Google.com and Zoom and StreamYard and Facebook and all of these companies that now do touch average, regular citizens. As you go through this list, I can't find a single project. Maybe Axie Infinity. I think it has something to do with it's like a games, I think. It's like a gaming platform, right? Average people like games, they like video games. Not as important as education, but okay, yeah. So you could play, right? It's now we're getting more into public facing, right? User facing apps, right? And this is what number was that on the list? Let me just X out of here. That was so you had to go all the way down to
number 40.
Number 40, was it?
Mm-hmm.
40. Thank you. It's somewhere. Oh, it dropped off the list that fast.
Yeah.
Number 50, actually, number 50. Before you found something that had a product that was public facing. When people say that cryptocurrency blockchain technology is still in its infancy stage, that it has not reached the masses, they're absolutely correct. Just like it was with the internet in the late 90s, you had all these companies that had nothing to do with the real world at that time. And they were making millions and billions of dollars. And then the bubble hit. The bubble hit. And then all of these other companies started coming and the internet became what it is today, right? With all of these, I mean, you as an influencer, mm-hmm. inside of an app, YouTube, mm-hmm. you could make $1 billion.
So, because I got to jet out of here in a minute, but man, you're onto something big here. Because as you're talking, my wheels are turning. I'm like, you know, the problem with I don't even call it a problem, but the challenge that crypto has faced is use case, right?
Yes.
And the reason why the market swings so heavily is because obviously when the halving comes, the mining blocks are cut, so on and so forth, and it kind of creates a trigger, like a tidal wave. But then once the wave dies down, the liquidity exits, right? Because there's no steady reason why the liquidity should be involved. And as you're talking, I start thinking, I'm like, man, what if even from kindergarten, you actually start to collect coins or even NFTs. You guys know I love NFTs. You start to collect coins that once you get to a certain amount of coins based on your grades, that's actually what allows you into the school. So now this person who is in school, they're no longer just in school getting some imaginary grade. They're actually able to take care of their family, because what if I get straight A's, what if I'm allowed a certain amount of coins, or I'm allowed a certain amount of NFTs, or I'm allowed a certain amount of things. And then as I'm going through the school system, let's say like my daughter, if she gets a certain amount of grades or a certain amount of coins, that could actually get her private, access to certain things at the college that other people didn't get access to. So now she's going through this whole system, collecting coins, being able to have a real use case, because let's say if she wants to be a nurse, she might be able to go to X, Y, and Z college if she's just for holding. You guys see where I'm going with this? Just for holding X amount of coins, she's able to, as a freshman in high school, she's able to go in the summertime to this program, right? And then basically it actually creates a use case to where people will hold on to the coins, because there could be a system design that, you know, they're amassing this shortage of coins to, one, get into the school, right? Two, to be able to spend it at the school, or even if it's digital, whatever, right? But there's all types of use cases, from books to, like, there's so many things that you could do with this, where I could see how an educational system could actually flourish from kindergarten on up through your master's degree. Like, maybe it gets to this point where you can't even get a master's degree at this school unless you hold X amount of tokens.
You know, blockchain, I love it when I love talking to people in the crypto space, because they do exactly what you're doing right now. They get excited. They see all the connections and all the pillars that can come out of this. And so, yeah, I geek out a lot on these things. And yes, that's definitely one of the areas that has come up that we're looking to explore. There's a lot of exciting stuff is coming out of this, and a lot of support from the crypto community.
I could definitely see that, because if you think about it right now, the traditional education system, especially for creatives, it's like, I was a creative growing up. I wasn't a good student. I actually didn't go to college, but I think if there was more incentive for me, you know, like, I spoke at Harvard Business School this year, right? But I didn't go to college. So to me, I always thought, like, I would never be able to speak at Harvard. Like, that would never be something that I would be able to do, right? But crypto got me there.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So my point is that the incentive behind that, and there's definitely a synergy and a marriage there, that I think that if somebody was to come up with a really good system to figure out how to, like, you know, weave this in from, you know, like I said, kindergarten on up to the sports games, I mean, why wouldn't schools do this? Like, it actually makes so much sense when you really think about it. You know what I mean? Like, they can build schools, they can build universities, they can, you know, staff people, they can hire extra help, they can, you know, kids running around with nothing to eat. I remember I went to college for like a couple of days, but I remember being on campus at San Diego and hungry, like, couldn't afford to eat. Or instead of the what are those checks called? Those financial aid checks.
Yeah.
It's like, what if I'm getting my coins and there's a structure built? Yeah, man, it's you're definitely onto something here for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. And thank you definitely for coming on and just offering that. You're very well respected in the crypto community. Yeah, so I appreciate hearing that from you.
Yeah, man. Well, listen, man, keep going with that. And, you know, it's there. Like you said, you're early. You're at the early adopter stage. And, you know, like, minds like yours is where, again, you get in so early, and you just have to get people to see the vision, get people to believe. And that's what I love about this space, is that, you know, we have an opportunity to really change the way that things work, even up the playing fields for people. And honestly, man, this is the best use case I've ever seen for crypto. Like, I've seen so many, like, people hit me up about so much stuff, and I'm like, I don't know. But this actually, the marriage between the two and the need for the reform of the education system, it makes sense. Well, I think that was that you I was just listening to that was talking about if there was something. Yeah, I think that was you, where you were like, about if everybody gave 5 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, man, it's true. Like, and when you have kids and stuff, you start thinking about that kind of stuff. It's like, why are the teachers underpaid? You know what I mean? Like, why can't everybody give like 5 cents? Like, if there was an easy way for me right now to go get 5 cents, I would do it.
No brainer. No brainer.
Like,
yeah,
here's $5, right? It's like,
yeah.
But yeah, I think that, again, it comes back down to infrastructure and the vision for doing it. But somebody's going to do it, and yeah, man, I think it's a great idea.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Praise God. Yep. All right.
Thank you, Blockchain, man. Tapping in, man.
Yeah, man.
Coming in broadcast, showing love, Josh. If you get the wink from Blockchain, you know you're in good shape, man. Take it from the man who's made millions out here like that, right? Let's roll. Well, thank you, Blockchain.
Yeah, man. Well, listen, thank you guys for inviting me up. Keep going. Lambo Drew always got fire guests. Always got, you know.
You already know.
He's always got the goods, right? So I definitely respect this show, and yeah, man. Keep going.
We'll talk, Blockchain. Thank you, man.
All righty, guys.
All right, later. Sorry about that, Josh, man. You already know Blockchain had to come in and show some love, man.
I really appreciate it. No, I appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, I really enjoyed that show. So
yeah. Listen, we can go on for so long. Everybody know, for real. We just want to go ahead and get through these questions, get through these comments, see what people have been saying, man. I didn't totally forgot about all of this good stuff after Blockchain definitely came on, and him and Joshua were talking about this. It was truly amazing pioneers. Jay Ford said powerful. Shout out to Jay Ford. Definitely is powerful. Kennard Haney said, what books do you recommend us read?
The Book of Kings. John is one of my favorites. I like Hebrews, Romans.
Yep. The Bible, the Bible.
That's the book for me.
Hey, that's the Book of Kings. That Book of Kings is something else, boy. Woo, boy. That is love. Larry say lots of great info. Definitely, you already know. Tracy Hugie says, is there a way to monitor the distribution of the funds for certain demographics or more equitable system of distribution?
Tracy, I love that question. I love that question so much, Tracy, because they have tried and tried to channel funds into certain demographics to equal the playing field. And decades have passed, and we've seen only a dent in the access. And I believe that blockchain technology has the power. It is the technology that will absolutely change things. Because let's talk about Michael Bloomberg for a second. I'm from New York City. If you hear an accent, it's New York City. So Michael Bloomberg, the former mayor of New York City and the founder of Bloomberg News, he donated something like over $4 billion to his alma mater, Johns Hopkins University, for the purpose of what you're talking about, right? Helping underprivileged, socio-economic disadvantaged youth make it into Johns Hopkins University, which is a very, very elite, expensive school. Michael Bloomberg said, I want you to have the same opportunity that I had. So he gave billions, I think over like $4 billion to Johns Hopkins University to provide scholarships. I got 4 little daughters ranging from the age of 3 to 9. Question, how, Michael Bloomberg, if you're watching this, this question is for you. How does that $4 billion help my 4 daughters? How does your $4 billion that you gave to Johns Hopkins University, good deed, thank you, but how does it help my 4 little girls from the inner city overcome the barriers, the systemic challenges that they're going to face between now and the time that they apply to Johns Hopkins University? How is it going to help them? I was recording some videos, math videos, algebra videos with math teachers from the Pittsburgh Unified School District in California. So we got four math teachers, three English-speaking math teachers from different demographics, and one Spanish teacher to create these tutorial videos, algebra videos for the students of Pittsburgh. And we went through, we were going to do every single chapter and every single lesson inside of the textbook, Algebra 1 and Algebra 2, right? Every week we recorded about 10, 15 videos. And when we got to chapter 10, kid you not, the math teacher told me this. I'm not going to say his name. He said, I can't go no further. We got 2 chapters left. He said, in the 15 years that I've been teaching math in the Pittsburgh Unified School District, in the 15 years that I've been teaching, I have never taught beyond the 10th chapter. Chapter 11 was statistics. Chapter 12, I believe, was trigonometry. He said, I've never went there. Now consider this. Now, the reason why is chronic absenteeism and classroom behavior issues, right? It's different things, right? They just simply not enough time, right? And you're trying to teach 30 kids in one classroom complicated math principles, right? Where they got to be dialed in, they got to be focused, and you got this kid throwing spitballs and this kid, on social media laughing and disturbing the class, and the teacher spends more time on classroom management than they actually do teaching the lesson. These are the sort of things that make it where year after year, they never ever make it into chapters 11 and chapter 12. Here's the point. You could be a straight A student. You could be that student that comes to class, apple in hand, front and center, put the apple on the teacher's desk, notebook out, ready to learn, teach me.
Yeah.
4.0 student, and you still have been cheated if you come from a certain demographic. Because when you go to take that SAT, they're going to have chapters 11 and chapters 12.
Yeah.
And you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what you don't know, right? So you thinking, I'm going to ace this SAT just like I aced every other single test. And you're like, I've never seen this before. What is this? It's like another language. It's like another language. So that $4 billion that you gave Michael Bloomberg, it needs to be utilized in a different way. And Coins for College is that platform that a student can come on and they can take an assessment, and regardless of the demographic that you come out of, you are able to see how you measure up against every other demographic. You know what? All kindergartens, black, white, brown, every color, no matter where you come from, all kindergarten students, they're pretty much the same. What I mean is, there's not no one race that is just designed by God to be smarter than the other race. It's not, that does not exist, right? It's opportunity. It's what's happening in the home. There's so many other factors that go in place that make it where I come from, in the city of Antioch, in California, you look at the Black population versus the white population, and you look at the test scores. And this is a story that just unfortunately rings true throughout the nation, where there's this, it seems as if they can't learn, or they're just genetically not as smart. And that's just, it's just not true. It's not true at all. The Coins for College platform will allow students to learn at their pace. It will have reward system built in it that will cause an intrinsic value. We have gamified learning where we have a student financial dashboard where students are able to see how much scholarship points they have earned this month over last month. They're able to see how they are performing on the assessments. And the higher you perform on these assessments, the higher the rate that you're earning scholarship points. In other words, the smarter you are, the more you earn. And if you are in third grade and you're asking that question that third graders always ask, why am I learning this? What's the point of this, right? On our platform, they're able to see, oh, okay, because I'm marching towards a goal. And they're the same way we get rewarded every Friday with a paycheck, or when our portfolio goes up, when we check that portfolio and we see that it rose, students are able to see by their efforts, showing up to school, watching educational videos, doing well on assessments, they are earning something that has a real world value that is paving their future. Invest in that, Michael Bloomberg, and you will see your goal. Because I know what your goal is. I know what your desire is. You want to help my daughters. I know that. I don't doubt that at all, Mr. Bloomberg. You want to help my daughters. You want to help my daughters. Giving $4 billion to Johns Hopkins University does not help my daughters unless they some way, somehow overcome all the barriers that are in their way that statistics show people like my daughters that look like my daughters usually don't overcome to get to the place where they can be accepted by Johns Hopkins University, where then your $4 billion would kick in. We really don't need you at that point, right? It's nice, we'll take it, but where we really need your help is in kindergarten, and first grade, and second grade, and third grade, and fourth grade. Keep us on or above grade level so that by the time we reach ninth grade, the knowledge gap is not so wide that it cannot be overcome. That's the problem. It needs to start earlier. Okay? I hope you've seen this. If somebody know Michael Bloomberg, send this video to him, and that's a message for you. You too, Bill Gates.
We love it. We coming with fire on here. Definitely. Y'all send that out. All right. Kennard Haney say, looking forward to the next appearance on the Leverage Show, Joshua. You already know he coming back, man.
I think that's his way of saying this is done.
Yeah. Well, he said that like 40 minutes ago almost. So we had plenty of comments underneath that, man. 6 cents for tuition coins prices now. So what is the price of it right now? It's 6 cents per.
It started at 0.005. I know a lot of people who got in at 0.005. So 6 cents is but it's early. Like I said, it's on Sunday Swap. It did not hit a regular exchange yet. So that's coming. That's in the pipeline. So I definitely encourage people to go ahead out there, and this is not financial advice. Do your own research, but that's it. That's all I got.
He says it's coming. Shout out to you, Andy Hugie. Andy Hugie says, I'm in. Whatever you're doing, I'm in.
All right. That's good to hear.
Braxton said, what's up, B and Drew? Shout out to you, Braxton Roussel. You know what time it is. Showing love. Kennard Haney say no. Tracy Hugie said backdoor to the Ivy League.
Yes. It's that it evens the playing field. I wish as a teenager, as a young 12-year-old, I knew what it took to get into Columbia University, because I would have rose to the occasion. I would have. I would, if somebody said, do this at 12 years old, and do this at 13 years of age, and do this at 14 years of age, I would have done it. I would have checked all the boxes.
Yeah.
There were no boxes
Yeah.
to check. And when it was time for me to finally apply for college, to finally apply for a scholarship, it was too late. It was too late. It was too late. It was too late.
Wow.
I don't want it to be too late for others. That's why I started Coins for College.
Shout out to him, man. He already know. This is shout out Blockchain. I know. Shout out for Blockchain Brown making that special appearance, man. He couldn't wait. He wanted to tell you personally that he loved what you was doing, man. Hit me up. He's like, yo, Drew, Lambo, I want to tell him personally. So I love that. I love that
Awesome.
people are loving what you're doing out here, Joshua. It's a game changer, man. Tracy, you just said the Bible. LOL. Yes, the favorite books, the books to read is the Bible. You can't go wrong with that, whatever you read. My guy Larry said, in theory, blockchain will also make it easier to secure tokens and verify authenticity of the achievements accomplished by the kids so individuals can't cheat the system.
Absolutely. 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 And that's our rallying cry.
Yeah. Shout out to Larry for that. Jay Ford saying, man, that's deep. You already know. Jay Ford, is because of you. I got to give you your big flowers, man. And arranging this and setting this together. Joshua Salmon has been phenomenal tonight. I don't even know if everybody can truly take in what has happened tonight and what he actually explained. But it's for those who definitely caught it, you guys have been mind blown. My mind has been mind blown off of the information that Joshua has been actually explaining to all of us. That's something getting ready to go ahead and be very pivotal in the near future from now. Like literally it's happening right now. So y'all make sure y'all get a part of the movement right now. So shout out to you for J4 for making this happen tonight.
Where did I end up going to college? I just want to read that question.
Yes, I think I missed a part of your story, Joshua. Where did you end up going to college?
I ended up going to Medgar Evers College, a community college in Brooklyn, because my thought process was if I at least get a 2-year degree, when they put me out of the group home, at least I'll have a degree. It's not, what I had hoped for, but it will be a degree, and I would be able to support myself. And I ended up dropping out. Life was hard. Life was hard. I ended up leaving the group home and taking a full-time job, and was able to pay my rent and worked my way up in management. Ended up, doing pretty okay in the world of 9 to 5. But entrepreneurship was always in my heart, and that's what God put in my heart. So. Professional Address was probably my second or third company before I pivoted to Coins for College.
Wow. Now, I heard you tell a story, on another cast, like if you had the opportunity, you would have went to a very prestigious school like Harvard or one of those ones if you had that opportunity come your way. Absolutely.
And I was a great student. I understood, like God he gave me a gift. It was easy. School was easy for me. School was extremely easy for me. I just didn't have the support system in place, growing up in foster care and group homes. There was no system in place to take me from where I was into Harvard. And Coins for College was designed to do just that.
Wow. As you guys see, that's dude, he's truly in everything helping change the game. Tracy, you say we come a long way from silver and green stars. LOL.
Tracy, I love you, Tracy. If I could just say one more thing about that.
Yeah.
So she's referring to She's referring to the token economy. And I want you to Google this, token economy in kindergarten. In kindergarten, there's a token economy. We love kindergarten. Everybody remembers kindergarten. We loved kindergarten. And when we did something good, we got a star. We have our name up on a board, and the teacher would put a star next to our name. And we would feel so good. And school had purpose.
Yeah.
We wanted the teacher to call on us because I'm going to get it right, because I'm going to get another star. Yeah. It was a token economy. And stars are cheap, right? $1, you get 100 stars, thousands, stickers, sheet of stickers, and it was cheap. Came first grade, the stars still worked, but now you had to add a little something more, a little trinket, right? Maybe a little chocolate token or something, and the kids loved it. First grade was awesome too. Second grade, I Army figure. I want a little toy car, right? and all of this is coming out of teachers' pocket. They're paying for this out of their own pocket. Is not part of the school budget, right? Yeah. All the markers and the fancy pencils and the erasers and all that stuff. That's what you get in second grade. Come third grade, teachers is like, man, listen, I can't afford this no more. You better learn. You just listen because I say so. And that's when students start asking the question in third grade. What is school about? What is school for? Why do I gotta learn this? And if a teacher cannot answer that question, and the answer is different for every student, they start to lose interest and they start to fall off. And they say, the study, they say by third grade, they can predict if a student will end up in prison or a successful contributing member of society. And because the token economy, it drops off in third grade. It tapers down after kindergarten. It tapers down more in second grade. And by third grade, the token economy is gone. Yeah. We are reintroducing it. And it's going to cause intrinsic value for students to learn. They're going to have intrinsic value. I had intrinsic value for going to college. There was an intrinsic value that drove me. Coins for College will give intrinsic value. When students look at their dashboard and see how many scholarship points they earned today and how much they earned last week, it will drive them. It will drive them. And that's what we're doing. We're giving intrinsic value. Thank you, Tracy. Great comment, Tracy. Love it.
Tracy, that's my guy. He's down there in South Carolina. He's actually a pastor down in South Carolina.
Oh, okay. So, it's a guy, Tracy. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for pointing that out.
It's all good. That name can definitely go, both ways. Yeah. Kennard Haney say this will revolutionize education globally.
And I'm glad you said that. Our primary market is actually not the United States. It's India. India is experiencing the biggest ed tech boom in the entire world. More unicorns. Unicorn is a company that has a valuation of $1 billion or more. More ed tech unicorns are coming out of India than anywhere else. India by 2030 is going to overtake China as the #1 country population-wise. And a big part of my team, my developers, are from India. The marketing team is from India, and we are building Coins for College to help with some of the educational problems that exist in America, but it's much more prevalent in India. So we're thinking globally. We're thinking globally. Starting with India and going around the world.
Awesome. Well, definitely. He already hear it. Wagner Charles said, where did I miss anything? I just plugged in. LOL. Well, you got to go back. We've been on here almost 2 hours, and man, he has been spitting out the gate, Mr. Samuel. So shout out to him. So Wagner, you got a lot to catch up for. He's a New York man as well. So I'm pretty sure and everything, man, you guys have passed me across. PC Sis says, great information. Shout out to Sis. I see you in the building showing love and everything, man, on this broadcast. And Wagner said, I was there at MEC in 1995 in Brooklyn, New York.
Oh wow, you were there a little earlier than me. I got there in 1995. Wow, we went the same. I graduated high school in 95 and went straight into Medgar Evers. So I was there, I guess, in 95, 96. Yeah. So wow. Small world.
Wow, small world. And
Medgar Evers College was actually smaller. Well, it felt like it than my high school, which was rather disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that is the, I tell you, you don't know who you meet, man. And Wagner's a very, very professional. He's owns a tax accountant service, man, in Columbus, Ohio. So shout out to Wag, man, my guy in the building. Kanard Haney says, I have a cousin who is a medical doctor who graduated from Harvard, who I would love to have you meet someday.
I would love to meet him. Let's do it.
Say less. Tracy, you just say, how appropriate is your name? Joshua 1 and 9. Have not I commanded you to be strong and courageous? For the Lord thy God is with you wherever you go. We're praying for you, brother. Blessings.
Tracy, Tracy, we're gonna have to connect. So God gave me the name Joshua for this purpose. That scripture from Joshua 1:5, it talks about, he says that you will lead these children into the inheritance that I swore to their fathers to give them on oath as an inheritance. And I talked in the beginning, I wanted to speak to Christians specifically, because you talk about this great transfer of wealth, your promised land, that God is taking you into your promised land. And cryptocurrency is something that is, the world have never seen something like this. For the first time in history, a currency can go from one country to another country, to another country, to another country in seconds with no interference, without being checked by a local sovereignty. China tried to stop it. They couldn't. They couldn't. The world has never seen anything like this. It has never seen anything like this. And you need to get in. It doesn't have to be Coins for College. It doesn't have to be tuition coins. But if you are believing for a financial blessing, if you are believing that God is going to show you something that will change your financial situation drastically, and we're talking like an overnight drastic solution, it's crypto. It is cryptocurrency. It is cryptocurrency. You hear me? It's cryptocurrency. And it's a small window of opportunity. It's a small window of opportunity. I believe the next year and a half is where those who come in with as little as, I don't want to give specific numbers, but you will never again, I believe, see what you're going to see happen over the next 4 or 5 years. But the window of opportunity to really, really get in and see amazing things happen, I believe it's the next year and a half, maybe less, maybe less.
Wow. That's powerful. Shout out. You don't even understand how that literally changes the narrative on things. Well, shout out to each and every single one of y'all on this broadcast. And shout out to what Joshua Samuel has truly done and has sparked this revolution. Listen, Joshua, how can they reach out to you and stay connected and get connected to this movement and be a part of this movement that you're actually doing and helping change the culture?
So I'm on Facebook, Joshua Samuel. Actually, my name on Facebook is spelled J-A-H, Joshua, J-A-H-S-H-U-A, and there's a whole story behind that. It's like when God changed Abram to Abraham. Yep. So in the future, I'm going to make it official where my name will be changed to J-A-H-S-H-U-A. but that's how my name is spelled on Facebook. Coins for College is on Facebook. We're on Twitter. And so yeah, you can send me an email, J Samuel. Let me just drop it in the chat real quick.
Yeah, drop it in the chat and I'll ahead and I'll put it in here.
coinsforcollege.org. And that's my email. And so yeah, so that's it. A lot of great things are in the pipeline. The Intuition Exchange will be up and running, and I want, so you could also go to the website coinsforcollege.org, and I suggest you also check out Crystal Chain if you want to learn more about Tuition Coins, who we're collaborating with on this project. So crystalchain.org or tuitioncoins.org also .com. I believe it's.
You should have jumped off. You should have dropped that in there too, man. I could have posted it, but I posted it right here. If you guys need to reach out to him and email him, you guys, his email is right here on the screen at jsamuel@coinsforcollege.org. Okay, awesome. You guys can reach out to Joshua right there. Send him an email. You guys can go ahead and set up a time. He's a very busy man. I've been seeing Joshua going in and out of meetings. I'm like, oh my God. Jay Ford, like, yeah, Drew, he's in the meet Lambo. I'm like, all right, cool. Don't worry about it. We'll get together.
It's been fun.
It's been fun. Well, anytime you're doing, culture changing movements and God has birthed something in your heart, this is truly amazing. And I'm so glad that I know you right now and getting a chance to see you at the beginning of this thing and allowing God to move you forward, because definitely I can't wait to be a part to help inspire and help change as many lives as I possibly can, even on my end. So thank you.
And I'm
Josh.
Right there with you in that journey.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Listen, we still do have a giveaway to do. So Josh, you gotta ask 4 questions, Josh. I'm giving Josh tonight the 4 questions to ask. Shout out to you, T. Huge. I see you with the $20 super chat. All of y'all have been showing love, man. Croc came in with a super chat. Everybody's coming in, man, making sure they show love, man. Jay Ford, Kennard Haney. I see all of y'all, man. Y'all are so blessing. I would love to connect. Don't worry about it, Trace. You definitely connected with him. Make sure you shoot him an email there, Jay. Tracy, shoot him an email right there.
Absolutely.
So on the screen and stuff like that, and you guys can go ahead and schedule some time together. But for this giveaway, hey man, it's time to give away some cash now, man. We're always excited.
So 4 questions. So I gotta ask 4 questions.
You can ask 4 questions. Any 4 questions. They had to be listening for these 2 hours, because we went almost 5 hours on Tuesday. So I feel good that we had 2 hours today, and we were only gonna do 45 minutes, right, Josh? At beginning.
Yeah. You
told me. Not on the leverage. I told you I'd never seen anything that low. So thank you.
So all right. Question number 1. All right. Where can you purchase Tuition Coins from?
First one to type it in the comments. Let's go. First one to type it in the comments. Let's go. Let's go. Type it in the comments. I see they slow today. I say, hold on. What's going on today? What's going on today?
While you guys think about that, let me go ahead to question number 2. I'm not going to give it away. So question number 2 is,
somebody just came. Who came first? Tracy Hugie says Sunday.
Sunday. That's right. That's
Sunday swap.
Sunday swap.
See Huge. See Huge. I see you in the building, man. Oh my God. All the rest of them. Look,
Tracy's on fire.
Tracy's on fire, man. Dreams and Journeys came right in. I see you. LA Law right behind that. Kennard right. Listen, y'all was all right here. Shout out to each and every single one of y'all.
Hey, Mark.
You got that, man. TUG, make sure you text that number 612-547-8826 for that cash app, man. Shout out to you, TUG. All right, go ahead. Second question. Let's rock and work.
Who are the miners on the Coins for College platform in the world of Tuition Coins? Who are the ones that bring Tuition Coin to the marketplace?
Oh man, got one. Yeah. Who are the minors? Let me know. Who are the minors?
All right, I see someone jumped in the chat right there. Educators, who's Mayor Bass?
Mayor Bass.
says
Yeah, I
educators.
do see you. Is that
Yes.
right? Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Shout
that's
out
correct.
to you, Mayor
Educators.
Bass. I see you. I'm actually posting that and everything, man. Right now, Mayor Bass is definitely in the building. That's what Mayor Bass went on ahead and said. Posted that right there. Educators. Shout out to you, Mayor Bass. Mayor Bass, make sure Mayor Bass came backstage round there with us. You see Mayor Bass? Shout out to you, Mayor Bass. I don't know what link you done got, but you done got a link. So 612-547-8826. And make sure that you guys go on ahead and text your Cash App, Zelle, whatever that you may have, Venmo, whatever that is. We'll definitely give you prize money. So shout out to you, Mayor Bass, for that. All right,
Okay.
look, everybody there in here. Look, he's saying let's go, philanthropist. Listen, y'all, we 2 questions down. We got 2 more to go. So make sure that you guys are out here getting it. Kennard, I think you were off. I don't know which one you were listening to, but man, Kennard, keep up, man. All right, go ahead, Josh.
Okay. So let's go to the next question. All right. So what are one of the ways that students are able to earn scholarship points? And I want to make a clarification. So that's the question. What are one of the ways that students can earn scholarship points on the platform? I want to make it very clear while we wait for those answers to come in, is that students don't earn tuition coins day to day. They do, but they're earning scholarship points. It's only during their graduating year when they graduate. So let's say the class of 2023 is the first year that we're going to give away from this pool. So whenever philanthropists and other people donate into the Coins for College platform, they donate tuition coins. Those tuition coins are collected in a pool and they are given to the graduating class of that year based on how many scholarship points they've earned throughout their K through 12 journey. Now, there's many other ways that people can donate tuition coins or give tuition coins directly to individuals or to school districts, but that's the plan we have in place, and there's different legal reasons for that.
Okay. Well, first up on my screen was Sharon. Do you see it on the screen?
That is correct.
That is correct? What?
That's correct. She got all 4 of them. I said, give me 1. She was listening real close.
Yeah,
So,
bro,
yeah.
Sharon pin game be on point, man. Shout out to you.
I have to say, this is very encouraging and exciting that people are that tuned in to be able to just, hit those answers like that. But that is correct. That is correct. The other answers are correct. Those are correct. But Sharon got all 4 of them.
Sharon don't be playing. She did a clean sweep last week, I think it was. So, everybody came with their game out this time and stuff. Sharon, you already know. Text that number and stuff like that, man, at the bottom, 612-547-8826. And definitely with your Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, whatever the case may be for your prize money. All right. Go ahead, man. Make the last one a good one, Josh.
I'm going to make this one a little tricky. It's more of a personal one.
Okay.
How old do you have to be where you age out of the foster care system? That was my story. That was early on. So this is somebody who tuned in very early on.
Yeah. Sharon, golly. Sharon, 18.
18. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, man. Look, and they all came right behind it, man. I'm trying to tell y'all it was love. Ken, you was almost there, man. You was almost there. Tracy Hugie, you was almost there. I mean, like, this is like happening real fast. Ephraim, you was almost there, my guy, man. Almost there. LA Law, you was almost there. Man. I love this because they be on it, man. I love that all of them be on it and they're paying attention to every word that comes out of your mouth, Josh. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Each and every single winner, make sure y'all go on ahead and text that number 612-547-8826 with your Zelle, Cash App, Venmo, or however that you may need to be paid, and we will make sure we send that prize out money to you tonight. So thank you, Joshua, for you coming to broadcast. My wife is laughing nonstop. You understand? And Sharon, you already know, because she be on it. Kennard said, my answer shows up on Facebook before Sharon's. Congratulations, Sharon. Really? And literally, this thing is real.
I'm gonna leave that with you.
I don't know what's happening, man, but it's real-time platform. When it comes on the StreamYard, we can see it behind, everything behind what comes up first on here. So I don't know if there's a glitch between Facebook servers. I can't tell you what's going on. But shout out to you, Ronnie. Don't worry about it. Kennard, I tell you what, just because you said that, I'm going to send you something too, Kennard. You win prize money too. Just because you said that, man. You understand? We rocking and rolling. So definitely. Thank you, Kennard, for that, man. Sharon says, I've been in foster care before, and it's crazy. I just thank God for my grandparents.
Yeah. And there's unfortunately there's a lot, that don't have that support at all. And I was one of them, and my friends, the ones who end up in the group home, they're the ones that did not survive the foster care system for whatever reason. And I was just one of those kids, ended up in a group home, and yeah, it wasn't easy, but God was with me, and he helped me through it all. And Coins for College is going to help them all.
Amen. Shout out to y'all, man. I mean, Joshua has been amazing. My wife said, congrats to all the winners. Yes, congrats to all the winners. Congrats to everybody who played and answered. Congrats to everybody who tapped in, everybody who shared, everybody who was here to hear my guy Joshua Samuel's journey, his vision, and exactly what God is actually bringing him to birth even greater. So shout out to each and every single one of you that definitely had tuned in tonight and will tune in on the broadcast, on the replay. So shout out to you guys for everyone who's tapping in. Thank you so much, Joshua. Dude, you have been amazing. I'm telling you, you really came here and rocked out. And what we said was we almost at the 2.5 hour mark, bro. I don't know how we got here. I'm trying to figure it out, but I'm honored. I'm honored, man, for you for that. Dude, gotta come back. Come back soon. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead.
Sure, will do. You guys take care. Have a good night. God bless.
Take care. Have a great night. Thanks, Josh, man. Enjoy yourself. We will definitely be talking soon. My guy, Jay Ford, said, I'm excited. What about what God is about to do for Coins for College in 2023? Yes, it's coming. It's coming all day long. Absolutely. Coins for College in 2023, y'all want to be a part of. I'm telling y'all this right now. It's getting ready to go on ahead and do something really big. Y'all don't even understand. Get in the movement now. Get in the flow now. When God has breathed on something and placed his hand on something, the greatest thing to do is be in a prophetic flow. So y'all want to definitely be tapped in. All right. So can I ahead and say thank you, Lambo, because Sharon shared with me. I want to share with her. Lambo, give mine to Sharon. I just wanted to address the glitch. Shout out to you, Kennard Haney. Look, he already blessed him, man. This is what the Leverage Show is all about, man. Blessing folks beyond measure. So thank you, Kennard. I'd make sure Ronnie gets that. She's definitely going to be smiling through and through. My baby said, yes, thank you, everyone, for tuning in. You already know. Kennard Haney said, Joshua, this was life-changing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to be here.
My guy Wagner say, hey, Josh, may God bless you and your project.
Amen. Thank you.
You already know. My wife says, thank you, Joshua. Thank you for joining us tonight, man. Showing so much love. You know, everybody in these comments, they know. Wagner say, thank you, guys. Happy holidays. Yes. You guys know it's Christmas coming up, man. Definitely a very Merry Christmas on this broadcast. You already know we saying that because we love Jesus out here on this broadcast, man.
Amen.
And definitely ain't afraid to say his name, man, and show love to each and every single person who is out there on the sound of my voice. So a very Merry Christmas to each and every single one of you, from the Joshua and the Samuel household family to the Johnson household family To every family out there, man, a very Merry Christmas to each and every single one of y'all. Make sure y'all enjoy your family, show love. Make sure you show the love of Jesus Christ, and just have an amazing time out there with your family. Larry says, great show. Thank you both. No, thank you, Larry. I know you're going to be reaching out. Larry and his sister they got a project. Don't worry about it. I connect you two guys with. So, Josh, you are good to go, man, with that. My wife, he says, man, Merry Christmas to you all. L.A. Law said, this was amazing. So thanks so much. Thank you, L.A. Law. Trey, you say, Drew, thank you for sharing this favor. Brother, anytime we can help, this is what we're here for. L.A. Law showing love right back. Listen, we are not out of messages. Joshua will be back. Trust me, in 2023, y'all will see him. So make sure y'all are tapped into the Leverage Show, because I'm telling y'all, we are heating up all 2023 long, and Joshua is going to come back and say some more great things about what's going on in this project. Listen, we love you guys. You guys have an amazing night. Thank you for rocking on one of the latest shows on the Leverage Show. And I'm telling y'all, make sure y'all go follow my guy, Joshua Samuel, and go support him. And make sure you spend some money behind what he's doing, because that's what it's about, man. Spending some money behind the vision and getting behind that, man. Listen, we love y'all guys. Till next time, y'all have an amazing time. I will see y'all next Tuesday night. We'll be back on this Leverage Show, rocking out, doing what we do each and every single week. Love you guys. Take care and have an amazing week. And Merry Christmas and a beautiful, beautiful weekend.